talking about my conflict with my parents, again, parents. And I bet you had like a little conflict with your parents once in life. And yeah, I had in fact, my story today is not just a conflict, it's a period of conflict with my parents. So let's start my roadmap. First, I'll tell you about my conflict, then the analysis, and what I learned. So the conflict. The conflict began when I was 14 years old, and I was like, I was kind and I was quiet, and I studied hard, and that was all, like my life. And I wanted to change, really change. And the time passed, and I was starting to complain because I had no idea about what is party and the boys and going out and the fun of life. So I started to complain to my father and my mother, and to ask them to go out. And they never let me, but my friends did. Like, they were the same age as me, and they did it. But I couldn't because they didn't let me. But for me, anyway, it was okay. Like, and the same time, I changed schools. So in this new school, I met Jay, which is a girl that was exactly what I wanted to myself. Like, she was going to parties every weekend, and she could do anything she wants. Like, she knew everyone, and everyone was like, "Oh my God, you are beautiful, you are cute," and I wanted it for me. Like, and my parents didn't let me do the same, so I got frustrated. So it was like I was 15 to 16 years old, and so I decided to. First, I tried to convince them, like my parents, to let me go. Oh, Dad, Mom, I want to go out. Let me go out because everyone is going, so I want it for me too. And they said, no, you are too young to go out, or you can't because anyway. But I was the same age of my friends, so I got frustrated, and I started to do my first fake ID. And then I started to lie to my parents. In fact, it was not lie because I said, oh, I'm going to sleep over at Jay's house. Okay, so I'm going. And then I really slept there, but it was after the party. And I was really enjoying this, and it worked out the first time because, and I don't know, every weekend I had like a thing to say, or someone's house to go, and every weekend I was going out, and it was perfect. Like, every weekend I was in the nightclubs or pubs, and I knew everybody, and I became the person who I wished it for me. But then my father and my mother started to, I started to change by the experience, the people that I were meeting and everything, this kind of things. I changed in a different way. So they prohibited me to sleep over in my friend's house because until that time I was such a nice girl, a nice daughter. So of course they believed me, everything that I said. But I started to change. So they said that I couldn't because I was like a bad girl now, and yeah, because I didn't like to study anymore. I liked it by its side, I changed my mind, and other things became the priority in my life. So then my mother, I really come and start to discuss with them, because you are in the party and you meet someone, everyone, and you are in this life. So suddenly you have to stop. And it's not like this, like, I don't want it, I don't want to continue going, but if I try to convince them, I would never go again. So, and they start to say that my friends was the fault was hers, because, oh, since you met her, you are this way, you changed because of her. And she was, in fact, actually, she is still my best friend. So it hurts me a lot. And I get angry and more angry and more angry. Like, you can't say that because I'm changing because of me. I want it for me, and they didn't understand what I was saying. And the thing was getting worse and worse and worse. And then I had some punishment for some things, each time for each thing. Like, I lied sometimes, my mom kept me sometimes, and another times. I never give up, never. And then I realized that I was going out because I was prohibited to go out. So I realized when I could go out, I was leaving home, and I come back. And when I come back, my friends was going out at the same time. So I got more angry about it. Like, I'm a kid, and my friends are like there in the parties, and I can't be there now. It was so hard for me, and then my friend had a hard punishment because something that she did, and so I had lost my buddy of parties, and then I had to get a break. Then after this, I met someone, my ex-boyfriend, and I was 17. Yeah, I was 17, and in the beginning it was really, really, really hard because I had to get home like midnight, and if I didn't, in the next weekend I had to come 11. Like, it was doing this, and I was so frustrated about it. And he could come back anytime. So my friends and him used to go out, and I had to be home, and then they continue go out like at the same day, and I was at home. Like, it was awful. But after 1 year and something, I was getting home like 5 a.m. because my parents like start to trust him, and I was 17, so almost not 18, and it's legal age in Brazil. So in the end, I finally got my, freedom. And I was happy about it, but then I broke up with him, and I stopped to go out for a while. So now my father is trying to put limits again, and I don't like this, but it's like 4 a.m. So it's okay, but I know when I come back, I'm here, and like when I come back, it will be different because he can't do this anymore, Just I know the comments will be ever there. It will never stop. Like, oh, you got so late yesterday, and I saw it because they are my parents, and I'm a single daughter. So of course it will be there, but I don't think the conflict will be alive, So okay, the story about it, and then this. So first, from my side, I really wanted to go anyway, even passing over my dad's decision. It was the first thing. And my father said no without thinking about my point. Like, what he said, it was right. And it was the end. If I couldn't complain, I couldn't do anything. It was right. And then I lied. And they showed me that was no way for me to go. And yeah, he was right and everything. And third, I was not patient. And they obviously that they didn't like my friend, which was so important for me. And they called her as the owner of the fault. And 5, I didn't mind about punishment and never give up. Like, it was just another weekend. Like, I can go up now, but in the other one I'm going again. And they gave me punishment always without trying to understand me. So these are the things that make the whole thing worse. So the conflict really ends when I met somebody when I was a little bit older to do this, and they trusted this person. So that's why I could go home, come back home later than I could. Yeah. And what I learned, both of the parts have to try and understand each other, and try to solve it in the best way for both. And an advice too, if you are in a place and your mom thinks that you are in another one, then you must not get her phone calls until you get in a place that you can tell her you are in. Yeah, you get it? Or, okay,
Yes.
so it's a good thing. That's it, thank you.
If you're in a nightclub and it's noisy, don't answer the phone. When you're supposed to be at your friend's house.
You're sleeping.
Yeah, no, because yeah, you can lie again. There's no problem. Like because once I was supposed to sleep over in a friend's house, but I didn't. My friends didn't call the phone like because I was not going there. I was going to a nightclub.
I got that.
But it was another friend, you know. And then I called my friend, and she didn't got the phone. And I was going the same way because my mother never called anyone, and it was right. And I went to another girl's house to get ready, which is like 15 or 20 minutes from the nightclub. And I was ready and beautiful and in the line. And my phone starts to call, and I get the call to ring, and I get the call, and it was my mom, like, where are you? And I said, why are you asking this from me?
So you couldn't lie?
Yeah, and she said, because I called to Juliana's house and you're not there, and her mom doesn't know about you. And I said, I'm in Fernanda's house. And she said, why are you there? And I said, because you don't let me sleep over here. And I really wanted because everybody from my classroom is here. So I like it because of this. And she said, oh, okay, so you can be there because your father is going now to pick up you.
From that house?
Yeah, and I was like, party. Really party with high heels and everything. So I had to take off my high heels from top of the thing. And I crossed the avenue like without shoes, with a friend, and run with makeup, with everything. And I almost died without air. Yeah, because I had to go to her house running.
Right.
And it was like God in my life because as soon as I got ready, like I'm here to sleep. And my father got there. So yeah.
So you shouldn't have answered the phone?
Yeah, because it was like without battery, and I was trying to turn on. And as soon as I turn on, the cell phone starts to ring.
Okay. Yay!